thinking about buying some Super Beta Prostate just to like try it out. I don't know. Okay, Bomb Squad. Welcome to episode 48. Got ourselves a little Thursday show on a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. Maybe you guys will have this by Thursday. Maybe we'll actually have a Thursday show on a Thursday. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Probably
but a Thursday show, of course, means that we're going to do our Talking Flicks hybrid with the 4-pack of questions, and then we have a world famous segments. So Tones, how you doing? It's been a while. That just naturally comes out. It has been a while. I can't remember this time we recorded.
Over a week for sure. I mean, that's why it took me so long to get on, because like I only really use my computer to record, and it's been dead as shit. So it just like basically had to just start from the beginning. Just like all the way from the beginning. But yeah, no, I've been shitty, been really bad, just been working nonstop.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't record, because Tones has worked 10 straight days, 11
straight days. Yeah, today was the last. I'm off tomorrow, thank God.
Yeah, we would record tomorrow, but Tones is going to Florida.
Yeah,
tropical resort down in Florida.
Little long weekend, and then I got a week to just do nothing.
Oh man, that I'm jealous of.
Yeah.
Especially because the Buccaneers play on Monday Night Football. It's 2-0 Buccaneers with Ryan Fitzmagic. We are awesome, Tones. Just saying, watch out. We could easily lose this game. It could easily all fall apart, but I don't know. I've never seen anything like this so far.
Enjoy it for now. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I am. That's the best part about football is you get an entire week. I get a full week this time.
Yeah,
and more. I don't even know what I'm gonna do on Sunday.
That's the best and worst thing about football is like if you have a great win, like you're riding high all week. But if you have like the way the Giants lost to the Cowboys, like it's just like set the tone for my week. It's just shit.
Yeah. And especially the worst part about your loss is that it kept you up until like way late at night.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to be in too early, like the next morning, so it wasn't like the end of the world. But yeah, the Monday night, Sunday night games are just like, all right, I guess like I'm going to bed at 1.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm gonna deal with next Monday. But like it's been so worth it. But there'd be nothing worse than if we get a loss and I have to wake up like I'm gonna be hungover for sure. But it's just a question of how tired I am. And like when the lethal combination of not getting enough sleep at all, on top of like boozing for Monday Night Football, you're just not. You can't work. You're just the most not productive guy in the office.
When was the last time you played a Monday night game?
Ooh, a couple years ago.
Was it like? Was it a big game? Like, were you guys competitive, or was it just like you happened to be scheduled for a Monday night game?
It was scheduled for Monday night, and we ended up being competitive, but we weren't yet at that point of the season because we started the season 2-5 in 2016, and then we 3-5, and then we ended up going 8-5. And then Drew Brees ruined Christmas, but that's another story. But yeah, we played against the Panthers on Monday night. We got blown the fuck out. I've never seen us win in any primetime format ever. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, ever. Not in my entire existence. I've been a Bucs fan since I was probably 13. Like I have not a single one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever actually watched one of your primetime games, but you know, I'm not a Bucs fan, so you know.
You got to be watching Monday. You're off. It's Bucs Steelers. Fitzmagic's in town. That's maybe a must-watch game.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Anyway, all right. So let's press on to our Thursday show. Classic 4-pack Talking Flicks hybrid. So hit it, Kane, and Talking Flicks guy. It really is just insane how great Fitzmagic is. But anyway, so movie reviews. So you had to watch Hereditary.
Yes.
I had to watch Henry. Something of this. Portrait of a
Serial Killer. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And on this also, I guess in the 4-pack we had when we last did Talking Flicks, one of the questions was what movie left you like most jaw dropped of all time? And our answers were the movies we gave you.
These movies, yeah.
Yes. So we'll also like do a little scale of how much your jaw dropped.
Well, why don't you go first? I feel like Hereditary is going to have more discussion.
Oh boy, I wasn't expecting to go first.
But I'll go. Did I throw you off?
No, I'm just afraid that it's going to derail a lot of shit because I fucking hated this movie, Tones. Again.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I never said it was a good movie. I just said it was disturbing.
Well, you said it was the most jaw-dropping movie.
The ending was fucking jaw-dropping.
I yelled at the TV at the ending when I was waiting for your jaw dropper, and I was just like, "Oh, he killed her! Big fucking surprise! He's a serial killer."
No. All right. Well, okay. So spoilers up. We're going into it. I mean, so like me, like watching throughout the whole movie, I'm watching him interact with her, and they kind of had like similar upbringings. So I thought maybe, especially at the end when she kills her brother too.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like
Well,
maybe like
because he
okay,
was
they're gonna.
raping her.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
This is what I have written down. This is my knee jerk reaction that I wrote down when I watched this last week. Okay, because it's been a while. Hit it again. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. I saw this like last week, so I did have to like go through and read the Wikipedia again because like I remembered it, but I just wanted to go back to my knee jerk. So I said, "This is what I wrote." So don't get mad, but this is honest knee jerk.
I mean, this movie I didn't like as much as Mother.
Okay,
so I'm not going to
that's
get defensive.
Somehow you managed to give me an even worse movie than Mother. We were on such a roll, and now we're letting up 7 2/3. They use incest rape and normal rape via 80s camcorder as shock therapy to make you forget about how big of a piece of shit the movie is. 0.0. Hit him with a 0.0.
Yeah,
that was it. I mean, like, because like when I read the Wikipedia page today, I was just like, this sounds great. You know, it's like very interesting. It was what a serial killer is.
Yeah, no, it was a low budget film. The acting wasn't great at all. I watched it and I was just like so disgusted.
That was the thing. Like the movie was so bad, but then all of a sudden, this movie was rated X. It made no money because of that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because like it was when the main serial killer, the guy, wants to leave. He wants to skip town after training his buddy, who's the second main character, how to become a serial killer, basically, because the guy likes the thrill of it. Mm-hmm. So we'll get to that point. Like that's just the basic summary. Like he's like the serial killer kills somebody in front of him, and then he's just like, I like that, but I like I don't know how. And then he teaches him, and then he's like, I got to skip town, and then he's like, all right, let's do one last job. Let's go kill one last whatever. Mm-hmm. So then they decide to go kill an entire family and rape them, and record the whole thing, and then watch it when they go back to their place. Yeah. I'm like, well, the movie was terrible. Then they just drop that in there. It's just like, that is a desperate climb.
Yeah, no, I mean that part was so fucked up and so disturbing because it's like, here's these two guys just watching like their film, like it's the All 22, breaking down their fucking rape and murder of an entire family.
Yeah,
it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
But it's like late in the movie to the point where you're like, this movie's so bad it cannot just push a scene in like this. This is so like intense, like and desperate. Yeah. It reached desperation. It's like, I'm just gonna shock the shit out of the audience. It's just like a real brutal rape of a family scene.
Well, I think it worked.
Yeah, I mean, it was
in terms of shocking. Yeah. No, but I mean the whole thing with the ending, like, because like I said, you know, these Henry and the girl, I forgot her name. I only seen this movie once. It wasn't like this is one of my personal favorites or anything.
Thank God.
I just kind of wanted to. You were giving me a disturbing movie, so I was trying to give you a disturbing movie back. You know, tit for tat.
It was disturbing how bad it was. So I mean, you didn't mess up completely.
Yeah. But yeah, no, because I thought that like they seemed like they had a connection. The fact that they both had similar upbringings, the fact that they both had killed or whatever, and I was like, oh, maybe they'll be like a Bonnie and Clyde like serial killer duo.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Well, for a minute,
he had to leave. Yeah.
No, and then he just fucking murdered her.
Yeah. And there's one scene where the main serial killer has to go in and buy cigarettes, and he just like the guy who's selling it to him. He's just like, "Yeah, how about them bears, huh?" And he just looks at him. He's like, "Fuck the bears." The guy's like, "All right." Jeez. At that part, I was just like, "This movie is a joke." Like that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Yeah, but yeah, it's.
I think this guy just wanted to make a snuff film. You know, that was the objective here, pretty much.
Well, it was a very dark snuff film. The darkest of dark. It's like, all right, let's just make this real bad movie, but we'll just like have rape riddled in it, and it will scare the audience, and people will just be like, I've never seen anything like that. Scare them, and just like, you know, make it kind of good, you know. But it got an 86% of Rotten Tomatoes. It didn't make any fucking sense. I don't know.
I don't think it was as bad as you're saying it was. Like, I definitely think it was like low budget. Definitely could have been better. But I think just more of like actually looking at the mind of the serial killer like through the movie. I don't know.
That's what I was saying. It's great on paper, poorly executed in the film.
Yeah,
poorly. Yeah. We have a question like that coming up. I might have just answered it by accident, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. So Hereditary.
Yeah. Hit me.
Oh wait, 0.0. That's what you're going with.
0.0.
Okay. All right. So Hereditary. This movie was terrifying. One of the creepiest movies I've watched in a very long time.
Yeah. And quick, before you keep going on, with horror movies. You know what bugs me about you is that you don't watch by yourself when your parents aren't home or anybody, and you can't watch movies like this. Like that's how I always watch these movies.
You know what's funny was I was in my basement watching this movie, and I knew by the time it would be over that like everybody would be in bed and all the lights would be off. So I had about halfway through, I paused it and I started watching it in my room. I finished it up there so I could just roll over and go to bed when I was done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this movie was really creepy. Me with like horror movies is like I enjoy the like over the top ones, like the crazy ones, whatever, but they don't really scare me because they're not something that could really happen or is realistic. Not that this is necessarily realistic, but it was just really like subtle creepiness. Like the whole like the first time she walks into her room, she shuts the light off and she sees like her mother kind of standing in the corner.
Yeah.
But it's not like right out in your face. Like, it's like, wait, is that?
It's really exactly. And that's why, like, when I first brought it up in the episode before I saw Hereditary, I was just like, it stunk. I watched it for 30 minutes and I turned it off because I thought like stuff like that was just like the cheesy, like, oh, this is just going to be like the bullshit. It's going to be like an Insidious kind of movie.
Yeah.
And then I turned it on like you did like after the first 20 minutes and continued with the film and holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, everything from that to like the whole scene with the daughter, sister Charlie, where she was dying. That whole scene, just I couldn't breathe in that scene. Like
I'm gonna spoil it. If you don't want to hear it, like turn it on the volume real quick. It'll only take 10 seconds. But basically, the little girl, the brother takes her to a party because the mom makes the brother, and then she accidentally has nuts, which she's allergic to, and then she can't breathe, and he's flying to the hospital. And then there's an animal on the road, and then he swerves and she's got her head out the window trying to breathe, hits a telephone pole, gets decapitated. It's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, spoilers out there. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie and you like scary movies, well, go fuck yourself. But also, I recommend go seeing it. What were we talking about? So I mean, that whole thing, like she was just creepy to begin with, like her face off the bat, like she was just a creepy little fuck. And then she's cutting off pigeon heads and stuff.
Yeah.
But
was that a signal of something because she
right? Yeah. No. So I told you to listen to this. I don't know if you did, but the Horror Mafia podcast that cousin J Mac appears on.
Shout out cousin J Mac.
Yep. They did this movie, and I actually waited to listen to this episode when I saw they did it, like until I saw the movie. Because sometimes, like I'm at work, I just throw a podcast on for like background noise. This one I specifically waited until I saw the movie, but they kind of talked about it, like Poimon, whatever the demon's name was that they're trying to conjure.
Call him Poimon.
Poimon, sure. He actually, like, he's actually like he has a male body with a female head. And there's a lot of headless imagery or taking off of heads throughout the whole movie. The thing I love about this movie is not just like jump scare or whatever. Like there's so many layers. Like even like the little words that they have like scribbled on the walls. I'm sure if you did some research, that would be something in Latin or I don't even know. This movie, I feel like you definitely have to watch it a couple times to really kind of get everything.
Yeah, but you don't want to because it's so scary.
That's the thing. It's so scary.
It really is terrifying. It's genuinely terrifying movie.
Well, you know what really got me was because the sister was this weird little girl, and she would do this thing with her tongue. So she'd do like a little click. And after she died, like the brother would just be like laying in bed at night trying to go to sleep, and he would just hear.
Yeah. And
like even now, I just did it. I just got chills down my spine thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a creepy. And like I said, it's not like jump scares necessarily, but it's like.
But there are jump scares.
There are some, but like the ones that really got me are the ones where they're just looking in like a dark corner of the room. And you're like, wait, what is that? Is that? Oh shit! Oh shit! You know, and then like the little girl standing there, her head fucking falls off.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, like it's a really slow build up until like the peak of horror. Like it's like the last like 15 minutes is just like that's when you lose sleep is right there.
See, this is my bone with the movie. My gripe is I stone cold Tone's bone
hit it. Before you even start the bone, I was saying right before the ending that you're about to talk about, when the mom was possessed and she's like up on the fucking ceiling after he's looking at the dad who just burned alive because of the curses.
Yeah.
And then she just jumps down. Oh, it's terrifying.
That like up until then, I was totally fine with.
Yeah.
But everything that came after that was just so like over the top and ridiculous. I mean, the fact that the mom was like crawling on the ceiling, like banging her head on the
terrifying.
See, that didn't really scare me.
Well, being by yourself in an apartment with all the lights off, and you just like, I mean, that's a
no. I mean, listen, I'm not watching that movie by yourself is crazy, just lunacy. But that's not the part that would have got me. It was all the stuff leading up to it, like the creepy kind of subtle stuff like that. That's just so ridiculous. Like, I'm never gonna wake up in the middle of the night and see a lady on the ceiling banging her head against the ceiling. Like, that's just not gonna happen. But I might see a ghost. I don't know. You know, like there's ghosts.
I wouldn't rule out lady banging her head in the ceiling. I wouldn't do that.
Listen, people have seen ghosts. No one has ever fucking seen that.
Yeah, they're called demons, not ghosts, first of all. And I bet if you go talk to people who've seen demons, they maybe they haven't seen it, but they wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Well, regardless, it was just kind of, I don't know. I thought the ending was kind of corny. How it was just like this weird. Like,
well, I feel like you would have loved the ending based on the way you're describing the whole thing. How with the whole decapitation and it's a female head and a male body on the what do we call him? Papaya.
Poopymon. Payman.
That's his name. Payman.
John Payman.
So like all the decapitation and like the little girl got decapitated, so he's got her head, and now he needs a female body, and there's only a brother left.
Well, no. So here's the thing: is the demon likes taking male bodies as hosts, and they said that she was reading in the journal at one point. She was going through her mother's journals, the grandmother, and it said that he likes preying on weak, vulnerable male hosts. So this brother. You know, obviously he was kind of
Payman wants to be a twink.
Was that kid a twink?
No, I mean like the male anatomy rules though. Like I mean, I would choose the same thing he was. I want to be like a thin young man, but I want to be able to piss with a dick and just carry on as a man. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, but yeah, so he wanted a vulnerable. So after his sister died, he felt like he was responsible. So he was like all fucked up in the head, and he was vulnerable and scared because he kept hearing like clicks and kept thinking he was seeing shit. So he was the host that they took. And even if you in the beginning of the movie, this is why I want to watch it back at some point, is because there's a lot of references in the beginning, like when the daughter so the movie starts out, the grandmother's dead, right? She's the one. She was part of this whole big cult that's.
She's a satanic worshiper, but not Satan.
Payment.
Papayas.
Papayas y comidas.
Hey.
So yeah, after her funeral, the mother was talking to the daughter Charlie, and she was like, "Oh yeah, Grandma wished I was a boy."
Yeah.
And again, because
that's weird. And her name is Charlie.
And Payman needs.
That's a man's name.
Yeah, it is. And even if you listen to like her family history, like her father like went crazy and like starved himself to death. The brother like hung himself. He was like schizophrenic. He was hearing voices and shit. Like it all kind of, you could see maybe like they tried to put Payman into them and it didn't work. And then they finally found one with I don't even remember the kid's name in the movie, but yeah, there's a lot to this movie. Again, I want to, maybe one day we'll both rewatch it and take notes or something and just go to fucking town on this thing.
All right. I mean, I think I'm all set. I got it.
Okay. No, I'm telling you, if you watch this movie again, you'll find some more shit to it.
As long as I don't have to watch the Henry the serial killer movie, I'll watch anything or Mother. Fair. But you need to clean your shit up with movies. But what's your score?
I'm just going to tell you right now.
Say it. Don't spray
it. The next couple movies coming up are probably gonna be horror movies because we're coming up to Halloween time, and that's
fine.
This time of year,
totally fine. Just make them good.
Generally speaking, horror movies there's no like average horror movies. They're either like really good or really bad. So I'm just and sometimes I like bad horror movies. That's just
that stinks. I go effortless. I'm like, I'll see these movies that I love, and I'll just be like, this sucked, but I loved it, so I won't give it a tons. Except there were only a couple exceptions, like Congo. The Congo was like must watch, even though it's terrible. But that was it. Like maybe one or two more, but this is getting ridiculous.
No, I mean
two 0.0s in a row. You know what that's called? It's called a waste of time.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just have to give you like Fast and the Furious or something.
I don't want that.
Well, we'll figure it out. My score, take a little bit away for the ending. I kind of wish they left it a little bit more open-ended. Maybe like just kind of like a Sopranos type ending, just cut away to black and like,
yeah,
something that leaves you to think about it. But I'm gonna give it an 8.3.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa, that's a good score.
That is a good score. No, like I said, I loved the rest of the movies. That last like 10 minutes, I was just like, really? And again, you said it was the most disturbing ending you've like. That didn't really. I wasn't like sitting there like aghast.
When I was watching it, I was so like kind of like I got it like based on like the woman that was working with the mom. She seemed weird with the Ouija boards and everything, and they were summoning. It was a classic case of trying to like talk to the daughter that was dead, and they accidentally brought in demons. And the demon that they brought in was our boy Papayas. And Papayas just like he needed a female head and he needed the male, and the head was already there. And it's just, I was like, oh my God, the Satan needs the family, basically. And it was just all explained. And I don't know. I was sitting there. I wasn't exactly like the most, it wasn't like I found out Bruce Willis was dead the entire time in Sixth Sense, jaw dropping. But it was pretty like, I was just like, bad for radio, but I'm trying to like, here.
Yeah, just sitting there like
shot.
like Putty staring at the back of
that's exactly
the back of the airplane.
Putty sitting on an airplane with nothing to do and just staring straight ahead. Like that. That's a jaw drop. This
is bad radio.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we got new movie assignments. So what am I watching?
It's called Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, I've seen that with Sean Hunter.
Is it Sean? No.
No, it's Cabin Fever.
No, yeah, it's the guy from I think he plays Thor. I think it's that guy, Chris Hemsworth. I'm pretty sure he's younger. This was an older movie.
Pretty sure I heard this movie stinks.
You stink.
Well, I mean, sure, good comeback, but like seriously, like back-to-back 0.0s.
I mean, it's not my fault. Like, listen, I understand Henry. I mean, you're just being over dramatic giving these zeros. Like, it's not like they're not
terrible.
They're not zeros.
Bad. Mother was especially a 0. Like, if this is a 0, then Mother gets bumped down to the negatives. That's it. But
cultured swine.
I'm gonna go on the opposite end here. I'm gonna give you Beverly Hills Ninja, which is Chris Farley's last ever movie before he died.
Okay.
Up like a massive coke binge.
All right.
Did he at least had fun?
Oh, did he have fun? He probably had a hell of a time. He was just always hopped up on coke and drinking and doing whatever.
Yeah. That's not my kind of party. My kind of party always ends up in sleep. Like that's sometimes the best part. Like I made my appearance. It was fun. We got drunk, great times. I want to hit the sack. I like just like running it back all night. Like fuck that.
Yeah, he would stay up for like days on end, just like doing coke
and being that fat. Oof.
Yeah, it's just not good for the heart.
Not good.
Yeah.
All right. So we get to the classic 4-pack hybrid part of this section of the podcast, Tones. So as you might have saw, today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I didn't know until you said it, but yeah,
it was trending all day. But I found it coincidental that the Bucks are 2-0 and this is trending. Because let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bucks. But what's the best pirate movie you've ever seen?
I thought this was a bizarre question because there aren't really that many pirate movies.
I think there's more than you think.
I mean, the only ones I could think of. Well, I'll tell you my answer first. I'm going with Hook.
Nice.
The only ones I really know are Hook, like all the Pirates of the Caribbean, and then like Captain Phillips.
Yeah, there's more than that than you think. Because mine is The Goonies.
Now, see, because I did like a search like pirate movies. I was just looking like curious, see if there's any I'm forgetting. I don't really consider it a pirate movie. Like, yeah, they're going after pirate treasure, but there's no pirates in it.
Well, they're all dead, but yeah, there are. They find One-Eyed Willie. He just happens to be a skeleton.
Yeah.
There's all the treasure on it. There's an entire pirate ship. And then once everything blows up, the pirate ship sets sail. Pirate movie.
I consider it a treasure hunt movie, not maybe a pirate treasure movie. I don't know about a pirate movie.
It's got pirate, and there was no definitive rules on pirate. Like, I would consider like a lot of.
You made the rules. How am I supposed to know what the rules are?
Well, don't hate the player, hate the game. I guess I'm the game.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I didn't really. If I really wanted to, I could have just contributed to the 4-pack, but you did all the work, so I guess I have to kind of play with your rules.
You just got to give me bad answers, I guess. That's it. Every time I ask you a question, you just give me something shitty.
I give you Hook. Are you kidding me? Hook is a classic.
Hook's a great movie. Hook's a great movie.
Yeah.
Rob Williams, but you know what? Like, it's great and all, but I hate Peter Pan. I hate Peter Pan stuff. I hate Tinkerbell. I hate the whole fairy tale stuff.
It is, yeah. I'm not.
Hey, kids, it's not real. All right, this shit doesn't happen. All right.
My favorite part of that movie was when they have like the big like imaginary feast.
Oh,
they're just like
they wasted on a food fight.
Yeah. I just always wanted to eat like whatever they were eating, that like colorful mush, like whatever. Yeah. I was like, I want that.
I think everybody unanimously had that opinion. It looked whatever that was. It was just a whole bunch of goo.
It looked delicious. I think it was just like icing, just like different colored icing in reality, but like it looked fucking delicious.
Yeah, I felt the same way about the big Oreo cookie that was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And they're just like eating the cream out of it, and it's like as tall as like a building. Oh man, that was delicious.
It's a lifetime supply.
Yeah, right. So what would be the scariest replacement for rain?
Spiders.
Oh fuck yeah!
If spiders were just,
I don't know how I didn't think of that.
It was just yeah. I mean, like, what would you? And they wouldn't. See, the thing is, like, I don't think they would drop like really fast. I think they would just like drop down on their webs, just like, lower themselves. So you just see it's like impending doom just coming for you.
And staying inside, like you have to like board shit up.
Yeah, you have to like airtight, because they get into the cracks under the doors, the windows. You got to really. I mean, you might have to get one of those like Elon Musk like flamethrowers and just like stand guard outside your house and just kill anything that comes down. I mean, like I don't know what else you would do.
What if it's pouring spiders? I mean, like flamethrowers, you're just gonna have to burn down the entire world. Imagine trying to flamethrow every raindrop. It's
there's no winning. I mean, there's really no, because either you use a flamethrower and you burn down your house, and then you just get overrun with spiders and die, or I mean, I guess the best thing you could do is if you got money, is make a
house made of cement.
I was gonna say like a panic room. That's just like airtight, but you have like little like oxygen tanks in there, so you can breathe with that.
Yeah, I mean, in that world, 911 becomes Terminex.
Yeah. No, it's you don't. There's no need for 911. There's no need for cops. It's just
there's only one emergency. If there's only one team of people that can handle it, it's Terminex.
Imagine having that job, just fucking. You get a call and like they all hop into like the Terminex truck, like sliding down the fire poles.
Dude, Terminators are like exterminators, not Terminators, but exterminators have like low key the most underappreciated job, I think. Now that we're thinking about it, like I got a fucking like bunch of raccoons in the attic. Like I need somebody to get them out. You call them up and they're just like, oh boy.
Can you get rid of these rats, these mice?
When we had in my parents' house a long time ago, we had raccoons in the attic, and we didn't discover them until Easter morning, Sunday on Easter, and like everybody was closed. We found one guy who came, and he's like, "All right, I'll get this mama," and she was big. Like we like peeked up, and I could see her. Like that's before we called him. So he goes up, and he's got like this prod. It's not like an electric prod. It's just like to poke it away. And she was like guarding something. And we were watching from behind him. And the thing just like was ripping at whatever he was prodding her with. And he just like walked back after like 3 or 4 swipes. He's like, all right, yeah, listen, she's not coming down right now. That's just not going to happen. She's pissed. Like, I don't have the tools to get rid of this mama. Like we're going to have to set something up and get her like traps. And we couldn't get her out for a couple days.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What was she protecting? Did she have like little babies?
She had babies. Yeah.
Never found the babies.
They might have. I never actually followed up in the story because school was like the next day when I was a kid. So
okay, just like, oh, yes.
like I was like, coons are gone. Like I didn't like get like the whole scoop of how we went about it, but yeah. So I have men written down. It's raining men.
It's raining men.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's funny. It's related to the song, but like, rain begins what? Like, how high up? 60,000 feet more?
No, because planes go above it. Probably
Yeah, so like 30, 40,
10. I don't know. I don't know how high planes
couple
go.
thousand, few thousand.
Yeah, in the thousands.
It's a long way to drop if you're a man.
It's a big old drop,
and that is going to be carnage. Obviously, that's gonna be
just messy. I'm trying to think. What was that movie? We watched a movie recently where someone like fell and exploded. Oh, La Bouche in Bruges. And the guy tower just exploded, and that's from like a couple hundred feet tops.
Couple thousand.
Yeah,
like few thousand.
And just every building just has to be made out of like solid concrete.
There's nothing like going back to my idea before with the concrete. Yeah, the concrete house. It's got to be shaped like an egg of a concrete building, and it just like kind of deflects off of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, driving on the highway, and all of a sudden you just see like the clouds get dark. You're probably like, oh my god, we need to find shelter. Like,
now
get underground.
Could you imagine the noise of just the rain? Like, you know, you're laying in bed and you hear just like the
bones and blood bags,
just like loud thumps.
How fast do you think they're coming down from, like, we'll call it like 10,000 feet? They probably got to be coming what,
hundreds of miles an hour. Yeah,
500 miles an hour, 600.
I would think so. Yeah. What's the speed of gravity?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's probably fast.
Yeah, I think it's like a couple gigawatts, but like I think it's probably traveled down that way. What, like, I don't know, 20 times your weight? No, that's too much. 3-4 times. Doesn't matter. It's going to be gross, and it's going to be fucking heavy hitting. I mean, like, it's just men in general. A lot of men are big and fat.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get, like, some boss, like, fat guys falling down, and that's going to be an extra big explosion. But, yeah, you're going to want to, like, take shelter if that happens. Yeah. But I still think I'd rather have raining men than raining spiders.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine the cleanup after one of those storms?
I think the spiders is worse. Yeah, spiders is worse. Well, like, men, I could probably get in my basement.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like after the storm is done, like you just go outside. It's just like layers of just like limbs and blood and organs. Just like imagine trying to clean that up. Like, all right, like it's, you know, it snows. You got to shovel your driveway. Like it rains men, and you just got to
clean up bodies.
Go out with like a wet vac and just soak up all the blood
and the smell.
Oh no.
That would be a big problem.
Because when you die, you shit yourself.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you might be dying on your way down because you're so scared, and then you shit in midair. So not only is it raining bodies, but it's raining shit on top of it.
And piss.
I'm sure there's some piss in there too. Maybe a little bit of cum. Who knows?
Where are these men coming from? That's what I want to know.
Where they come from, where they go.
That's where Cotton Eye Joe goes.
It's raining men. He was gay, so I mean, he would want it to rain men.
That's right. We established that. Yeah. I think we just got to roll out tarps like you would on a baseball field, but the trampolines.
Oh, interesting. No, that's good because I mean, you need a big ass trampoline, a big ass tarp or whatever. But
every street's got to have like a roll, and you got to get out there like a field crew and just like pull it out.
It's got to be strong material though, because they might just go right through the tarp and
yeah, probably at that speed.
Yeah,
or they'll just launch up, hit it in a perfect
go to the next town over.
You ever been on a trampoline when somebody bounces at the perfect time while you're on your way down, and you just get launched?
I'm usually the one launching because I've always been bigger, but yeah.
If you were like a video game character in Mario, like you'd be picking like Wario or Bowser.
Oh, I'm always Donkey Kong. I picked
Donkey big guys with balance. Yeah. All right, so we got to move on. I think we both agree that either one of those spiders or men would be a disaster.
Awful.
Yeah. So going back to the flick stuff here. All right. So if horror movies were real, which one would be the most terrifying?
I went with The Purge.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I never seen it. I just know what it's about.
Yeah. No,
that would suck.
They're good. Yeah, I mean, see, like I was saying before, like the things that scare me are things that like could happen or like a little bit more realistic. And not to say that the idea of the purge is necessarily realistic, but it's like actual people. It's not like mythical creatures or demons or whatever. It's actual people doing things.
So if the purge is going on, right? So you're the purge expert. I'm sitting here right next to my front door. All right, it's locked.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen if I'm not like completely aware of what's happening?
I mean, someone could just kick down your door and murder you or rape you or whatever. Like there's like for basically the concept is for 24 hours, there's no emergency services and there's no laws.
Here's a dark question.
Goes. Okay.
Would you rather be raped or murdered by a man?
Oh, that is dark.
Yeah. Oops. I want to hear the answer though.
Is it butt rape or mouth rape?
I don't know, whatever he wants, but like you got no control in the situation.
I don't know. I mean, like I feel like if I say I'd rather be murdered, that's just kind of like a hardo answer.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gay. Like,
I'd take the rape.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like rape would definitely suck, but
like hard, yeah, bad.
Yeah, no, because it would definitely if it's a purge rape, it's a bad rape. But you'll be alive after. But will you be how scarred will you be? At what cost? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I go rape. I don't know.
It's okay.
It's a tough question.
It's a tough question. Yeah. Well, all right. Well,
yeah, but the purge. No, I mean the purge is nuts. I mean, it's the movies aren't like very well done. Like the first one basically takes place in like a house, like one house. But like it's weird how like this house isn't that big, but there's shit going on in one corner of the house and they're talking, but the people that are looking for them like can't hear them, even though they're like a couple. I don't know. It's just like there's a couple of plot flaws, but it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
To think about total anarchy.
Yeah. For how long is it? One day?
It's not even 24 hours. Actually, like one night. I think it's like 12 hours, like from sundown to sunup kind of deal.
Ooh, that happened to me with me in Baltimore. Oof.
Yeah.
I would be toast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of the richer people in these scenarios that have like impenetrable like windows that go up, like try to keep them in their house, and they just like ride it out for the night. The whole thing with the first one was they saw someone like about to get murdered outside, like through the cameras, and like one of the kids like opened up to let the person in, and it was like, "You idiot, what are you doing?" Yeah, purged.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think there could be more scary things. I think, I guess the only thing they could really take from this place would be like flesh and bone.
Yeah, I mean, I was between that one, and I also was thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I think that's the correct answer.
Yeah,
too, but I have that written down as that's the answer. Like, you never go to sleep again.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's only on Elm Street, though, right? So if you're not on Elm Street, like
if you're connected anyway to whoever like his main target is,
okay,
then you're affected.
Gotcha.
But like if that happened to you, that would really blow.
Yeah, blow. No, like honestly, like you'd be better off just killing yourself.
You'd have to move to a hospital and just be like, once you see me moving around, like you gotta like wake me up, right? Like,
yeah.
Freddy would find a way to like make you not like spaz out in your sleep. You're just gonna sit there and deal with it.
But then, I feel like even if they do notice it, you just die from exhaustion because he would get smart and he'd be like, "All right, I'm just gonna wait right until he falls asleep. Then I'm just gonna like charge at him, like, ah!
Yeah,
at you." That would suck because I was between those two. But yeah,
I think that's the answer. I have War of the Worlds, that would suck.
Yeah, that would be.
Because like the way it starts too is just like a massive lightning storm, like big thunderstorms. You're like, oh shit. The other night, thunderstorm Baltimore I was telling you about was like the scariest thing ever. It went on from like 1 a.m. until 6, and it was just right over my house. And you just like the whole house would light up with light. And then like, when you see the lightning, like when you're sleeping, you just have to wait for like the thunder to see how far away it is.
Yeah.
Like this was like, it would like flash. Boom. So it was like it's right over me. Am I safe? Like, is it gonna come through the window and strike me?
It just comes right down through your house, right to the roof.
Oof. Yeah, that's what it felt like. But yeah, that sucked. But that's how War of the World starts. Then all of a sudden, you just have these towers of alien ships, like,
And there's like no like you're just getting vaporized. Like there's not like, oh, I could
Lasers.
shot and survive maybe, but like no, you're not existent anymore. You're just dust.
Yeah, it's aliens in general. Not a fan, but like when they're hostile, I don't know. You don't know what they got. Sometimes you can't. Nukes don't work all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to sneeze on them, and then they die from the common cold.
So simple. Like just give them AIDS. Just send an AIDS victim in there to sacrifice himself
to Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, the mosquitoes get him exactly.
Yeah.
So last question here to wrap it up before we go into our segments. What movie was a great concept but executed terribly? It's the callback, I guess, from what I was talking about when I was talking about this one. I have Mother written down. Like, I don't have much to talk about. I thought it was an interesting concept, just like the worst movie I've ever seen now. So good idea, terrible, like the worst execution of all time.
Okay. Well, I did not go with Mother. I went with Suicide Squad.
Oh.
It was a cool concept, instead of there's all these superhero movies and all the good guys, like this brings all the bad guys together, all the villains, and then they end up kind of teaming up to have to like save the world or whatever. But I don't know, like the trailers looked really good, had good actors. Like Will Smith was in it. I like Will Smith. Margot Robbie is hot as shit. She was Harley Quinn. I don't know if you saw those trailers.
Well, I've seen like a little bit like on Twitter because it's such a big deal, but like you explaining it, why would the bad guys be saving the world? Are they saving it from good?
I don't remember exactly.
That's the first problem. That plot doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it did it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it would be a cool idea for like them to just like team up together and work together. But I think basically like the government is just like, hey, like we need your help. We'll kind of like let you do your thing afterwards if you help us. I think that's kind of what it was. Like there was a couple of guys that were in jail at the time and they brought them out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly. I don't remember. Like I saw it once and I was like halfway through, I was like, I just don't care about this movie at all.
Yeah.
So like it's worse than like, oh, I hated this movie or I love this movie. Like let's say you want to be either loved or hated. Like when they don't feel anything towards you, that's when you're in trouble. Like that's like this movie. I was just like this. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care about this movie at all. And yeah, it was just like I thought it would have been a cool idea, but it was just a shitty movie.
Yeah. Well, Mother was worse, but we have other things to talk about. So let's hit a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with our world famous segments. I got this. Okay. Let me take a shot at Mother all the time to get you riled up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Before we start, too, I forgot that I had to give you a spelling bee challenge, so I had to pull up the word real quick. Clarity. I get when I take piss.
Clarity.
A lot of clarity when I piss.
I thought.
Oh shit!
The word.
The word of the day is something. Not the word something, but it is something.
Yeah, it's something. All right.
It's a ridiculous word. Okay.
Kerfluffle.
This might be a Hall of Fame word, but all right. Ready to go.
All
right. Welcome back. Thank you, Taylor Hicks. All right. So we're going to start it off with a new segment. And thank you, Mark Wahlberg. So Thomas, I was thinking about this on my way home. I was driving back from New York City today from work, and I was just a 3-hour ride. You know, sometimes you listen to sports radio, then it gets a little boring after an hour. So you switch over to like Howard Stern for 20 minutes. Then like, you're just like, I want to listen to tunes. Sometimes you like end up on like the pop channels, right?
Yeah.
So can I say something is what it's called.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Taylor Swift sold out.
Oh,
she is a sellout. Love Story came on the Pop 2K channel today. And I was just like, this is such a good song. Like I was singing, like I was rocking, and it was so good. Like, and then like you remember her jams. And then I switched to Spotify, and I'm like going through all of her old hits. So there was Love Story. There was what's the one where the guy across the street that she likes? You Belong With Me.
okay.
Like all the classic hits.
Yeah.
But you know why everybody liked her? She was relatable. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She was the girl next door,
telling high school love stories. You know. You know, a lot of them were about like, you know, Bad Blood was just like, all right, we got bad blood because you broke up with me, this and that. But then, you know, all of a sudden, like I switch to the next channel, which is like Z100 she's on. I was just like, she's on all these channels and I love this song. I might as well see what she's up to. And none of it is what it was. It's just, I feel like she's doing like, she's like trying to be like Eminem, but like pop, you know, like trying to take shots.
She trying to rap now?
Yeah, she said, look what you made me do. Like that's her. That's it.
Yeah, no, she's definitely more of like a poppy vibe. Like, it used to be like almost country. Like
it was whatever it was beautiful. It was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's definitely more poppy, like almost like electronic. Like I don't want to say EDM, but almost.
You know what it is?
EDM spot.
It's slutty, is what it is. It's slutty.
But that's what the people want.
Sluts.
Yes. Sluts and butts.
Sluts and butts.
Well,
sluts definitely come with the crazy gene like no other.
Yeah. Well,
she definitely comes off like crazy now, but back in the day, she did not.
She always came. I mean, the fact that every album is about a different breakup that she had, it's like, all right, well, you come out with like 8 albums and you're all just how all these guys suck. It's like, maybe you suck.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the one that sucks.
But like, you know, the songs were good. So like maybe she was just dating to write bangers.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, the songs were good. I'm not denying that. And I would fuck her because if she wants to put out the slut vibe. But she's definitely fucking crazy. And I really, like, I don't know. It just kind of pisses me off how she's blaming on the guys. Like, hey, we didn't do anything. This is on you.
Oh, she's for all relationships.
Yeah, all relationships. Like, listen, like, you sound fucking crazy. The fact that you have all these.
But in the beginning, she didn't. She sounded just like a hopeless girl in high school who just wanted to find true love. And it's great. It's beautiful music.
It is. No, I'm not denying the music. I'm just saying, like knowing the pattern now, like looking back at that, I'm just like, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair assessment. But yeah, that's what I had to say. You got something to say?
Yeah. And this might be a little controversial.
Oh boy.
But Jews just make my life more difficult.
That's an over the line. Yeah, you did not clean that up well at all. You made you said it like you cleaned it up well. It didn't.
I mean, but it's not like because they're Jewish. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't hate them.
No.
It just makes my life more difficult because the salmon. It all comes back to the fucking salmon. This week and last week. Last week was Rosh Hashanah. This week was Yom Kippur. And like they need their salmon. They need their salmon. Like it's just so fucking annoying. I get phone calls multiple times a day.
You're a salmon supplier. They want their salmon.
I understand, but I swear to God, the last car I bought, I did not ask as many questions about that car that these people ask about one fucking piece of salmon. like this turned from like, can I say something to a Tones Bone?
Yeah, I mean it is. I think you misinterpreted what I meant.
I did.
This segment. So yeah, it's an over the line, and it's a Stone Cold Tones Bones.
Yeah, no, because this has been like you said, we haven't recorded in a while, and it's been a while. It's just this is bottling. This has been bottling up for a week.
I think we just got a triple soundbite.
It's just been bottling up for like a week and a half, man. Like it's just. I'm sorry. I'm done. I just had to like get.
All right, that was very like not cleaned up well.
No,
I get
it. They get to me, and listen. I have Jewish friends. I have no problem with the Jewish faith.
You're walking yourself in a hole. You're just doing the textbook like I'm not a racist. I have black friends.
I've been to temple. I've been to bar mitzvahs. Okay.
We're reading the Old Testament. Not a lot of Jewish people do that, so like you can't call him anti-Semitic. Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe they are being annoying about the salmon. I'm sure they are.
I've been to Hanukkah dinners. I've been to Passover dinners.
Yeah.
I embrace.
I mean, like, listen. There's nothing against. It's not like we're saying all Jewish people are bad, but there's a certain brand. There's certain Jewish people who are like fully bought into religion, where they just don't. They have so much money, and they don't like. They grow up with so much money, they don't know how to fucking communicate with people. So that's why they're just like how much does this cost? This and that. We see it in Asbury Park, where I grew up, and they buy everything, man. And they don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
They don't even talk to you in line for coffee.
You know what it is I have a thing against people that are just overly religious in general, and this just happens to be the ones that I deal with on a daily basis. And no, I agree, because I mean, a lot of these people, they live in their own little communities. There's no outsiders. There's no non-Jews or Gentiles, if you would. Usually, the only ones that are people or the help. People they hire to work for them. So it's like when they see you, and especially I am working in a retail environment. Like they just like there's one guy that walks in and he doesn't say a word to me. He just snaps his fingers at me and points at the salmon and just goes puts up 2 fingers. It doesn't say a word.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, come on. Jews clean it up.
Yeah. No, and he's the worst. And there are some nice ones out there. There's a couple.
Yeah, most of them are. But there's the extremely religious ones that like it's pretty much across the board. No, it really is. Like it's because they have so much fucking money, man. They buy 2 houses in a row, knock them down, build a mega house in our town. I'm like, what do you have a family of 2?
And honestly, what I've noticed is it's more so the Orthodox and like the Hasidic. Like those are the ones that really treat you like garbage. But
in our town, we call them Syrians. But like since they've been around forever. But Syrians has since taken on a much bigger name because of ISIS. So it feels weird to call them Syrians, but they're the Syrians. That's just what we will always call them.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Jewish people in Syria, but
no. I don't know. I don't know why we called them that, but that's what that's what was passed down to us. Like that's what they're called. The terrible drivers, they're rude, and they're dicks, and they ruin our town. That's it. But once Labor Day happens, they leave like right before football season, and we get our town back, and like it's a ghost town again. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, but all right, let's get the hell out of there. You totally ruined that new segment. But I feel you. All right, so we have an Ask Us Straight. So everyone knows that you work like a ton. Obviously, work past 10 days. How many hours a day for those 10 days, by the way?
Mostly 10.
10 hours a day.
Yeah, it was a couple of days.
100 hours. 100 hours in a row.
A couple of days that were 11. But yeah, most part.
So my question is, when you have a job like this, because there's probably a lot of people out there who do, how do you ever find time to even try to look and try to approach women? When's the last time you even tried to go on a date with a girl? Or even talk to one?
Well, it's been a while. It's tough, man. I mean, because especially when you work weekends too. It's one thing if you're like working Monday through Friday, you're working a lot, but it's like the weekends. All right, I could chill, I could go out. But it's like when you work on a Saturday, like you can't do anything Friday night, and then usually Saturday night you're too tired because you're up at 6 in the fucking morning.
As
5
you
in the
should
morning.
be. Yeah.
So, there's not a lot I can do. And most of the girls I interact with are girls I work with. And the girls I work with don't speak English. So it's just like, I'm just like, and there's some cuties there that work there. I love
big language barrier though.
Huge language barrier.
You should get the Rosetta Stone.
Listen, I took I took 8 years of Spanish between grammar school, high school, and college. I've had to sell makeup in Spanish before, and I've worked in this store where it's 75% Spanish, and I still like couldn't carry a conversation. I know words here and there, and I can understand like very, very little.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's no like, I'm never gonna be a fluent Spanish speaker. That's just, I barely speak English right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I think you
learn
actually
Spanish.
did a perfect little ironic thing there. I think it's I barely speak English correctly, and you said I barely speak English right.
There you go.
You kind of fucked up your English.
Wasn't
as you were
trying to do
describing.
that.
Yeah.
Like I just speak how my brain thinks. I don't know. Like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to like. I just listen.
Well, when's it like? We'll simplify. When's the last time you like went out and like try to like? I see this girl I like and I want to talk to her and see if I can like maybe go on a date.
Well, and that's the other thing is like, you know, like some guys, they're like, yo, let's go out and get some pussy tonight. Let's get some fucking pussy tonight. Like,
those guys suck.
Yeah, like I'm not like that at all. Like, listen, if I go out and I see a girl that's cute and she's cool and we're vibing, whatever, then I'll try, I'll go after her. But like, I'm not gonna be that guy who's gonna go up to like start hitting on chicks all over the place. Like, yeah, what's up? Like, like it's just not me. We've talked about the Kinsey scale, right? For like from gay to straight.
Yeah, that's right.
Like 1 to 10. If there was one from asexual to like, let's go out and fuck. Like, I'm definitely on like the 8 more. I'm like a 4, like a 3 or 4.
I don't want to fuck. I want to get to know you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like listen, I'm not. If I happen to go out and I ended up fucking, like,
I'm
not gonna turn it down, obviously, but like, I'm not like out there. Like, that's not my only objective for the night. Like, I want to have fun.
Well, I mean, like, you don't have any time to because you're busy. Like, you're working from fucking like 9 in the morning till like 8 p.m.
I'm lucky if I get to work until 9 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's you know what you need to do? You need to go to Florida. You're going tomorrow. You got a 10:30 a.m. flight. All right. You need to go out and you need to go meet some girls.
I need to go fuck.
Go talk to them. Not even that. Go out with the approach and just be, hey, Tones, co-host podcast, TNT. I heard of me. Shake their hand, and then just like buy them a whatever they drink down there in Florida, probably something exotic, and then always take it from there.
Well, this is when you know it's gotten bad, when I gotta get dating advice from a gay guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to do it.
No, listen,
I have had a few in the past where I've brought it all the way to the point where I could make something happen, but I was just like,
wait, I'm gay.
just practice.
Yeah, no, listen, it sucks, but yeah, no, it sucks. I don't know. I wish I could go out more. I wish I meet more people. Like in my group of friends, like we don't like really have any girls that we hang out with. Like all the girls we meet would be like out and about. So it's not like it's one thing if you have like a group of friends where there's always like a couple girls hanging around, you get to know them. And again, we've talked about this. I'm not one of those guys that like, you're not going to meet me and like that night be like, I want to fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think a lot of us are that guy.
No, most of us aren't. But like, I take a little bit of time because also I'm a little more introverted, So like you take some time to get to know him. You're like, okay, he's kind of funny and he's a good guy. Maybe I'll give him a little.
Just go out there, stare him straight in the eyes, and say, "Hey, what do you call a man in a pot?" And they say, "What?" And they said, "What do you call a man in a pot?" And they say, "Pot man? No, it's stew. How are you, M Tones?" They laugh and they shake your hand at the same time. You're in.
Like, did it hurt? Did what hurt? When you fell from heaven?
No, with the Me Too movement going on and everything. That's just immediately people's minds are going to go to dicks. Did it hurt? What's the opening line?
Did it hurt?
Yeah. That's an aggressive joke. Did it hurt? Huh?
You never heard that pickup line?
I have, but it just doesn't flow anymore. Yeah. Hey, did it hurt? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But,
Get out of there. All right. So segment number 3. All right. So we have a deal or no deal spelling bee challenge. So Tones is a retroactive over the line. So this makes it 2 now because you got one today.
So what did we my Miley Cyrus?
You drew Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball to World War II and the Nazis loving the Jews missing Germany. It didn't make any sense really at all.
I actually Yeah, I self-nominated myself. I was like, hey, I was listening back to the episode a couple days after we recorded, and I was like, listen, I think I deserve an over the line for this. It's a little bit much.
All right.
So I'm at 2 now. So this brings me to 3.
Yep.
Ah, God damn it.
You're at 3, yeah. Well, I guess you got double before.
Well, because I got 1 for the Jews, the Jews again, and I get the first Jews.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we see a pattern here of anti-Semitism, but
I don't mind Jews. It's just
listen. It doesn't even matter if you're Jewish. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Don't cry racism. If you're a dick, you're being a dick. All right. So this word of the day is a Hall of Fame word of the day. I can't stop looking at it. There's 0 chance you get this word right. There's a 0% chance you get this word right. All right. So start the Deal or No Deal music. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Citizen.
Citizen?
Citizen.
Citizen. Can I get the definition?
Citizen. Sorry.
What?
I had to press the, you know how you can like listen to them pronounce it. This is a tough word to pronounce. I was just going based off like how they break it down. Let me listen to it again.
What is it?
Citizen.
Citizen?
Citizen. It's an adjective and it means of or relating to parrots. This must go back to the Talk Like a Pirate day.
What? Give it to me in a sentence.
I don't know if they have any. The origin is Latin. Let me see. Of or belonging of the family of whatever the word is, which includes the parrots, macaws, and parakeets. There's no sentence that's provided, Tones.
Citizen. So it's like what? That's like their
citizen.
They're like genius or what? A genus? You know, like you have like the different like animal trees, how they break it down. Is that like their?
That's their. I guess that's their genus. Yeah.
Your genus is shown. Citizen. All right. I'm just. S.
No.
I knew it.
It starts with a P.
P.
Yeah. Oh, P-S-I-T-T-A-C-I-N-E. Citizen.
It's bullshit.
That one was that was a crazy one. Citizen. All right. So that is number 3 over the line for you. So yeah, we're really quickly back on our way to you getting a TNT punishment challenge. We're gonna come up with new ones too, by the way. Because Pop Rock's a little tough. I did a bad job with the microphone with it last time. Now that I completely underestimate Pop Rocks and I have about 1 billion packs of them, you were like after the show was over in the trash can, like it was exploding. It was that. Yeah. It was very bad. It just like clumped up and you can't swallow it. You just have to spit it out.
Stop. Yeah, the Pop Rocks were tough. The bananas didn't work for me.
Yeah, we gotta well, at least the electric shocks kind of work. You still have to get your CVS ones, but all right, we'll talk about that another day because we have a new segment. All right, so segment 4 here, this new segment. Thank you, Marky Mark, once again. It's called the Did You Know? So we got ourselves some fun facts, and we'll find out if we know that or not.
Yeah. So the other day I was watching. I've been watching Anthony Bourdain's show. Just kind of binging it. And he was in Libya, I believe. And they're all sitting around this like giant like pot of food, like plate of food, whatever. And it's just mush. I don't know what it is. It's just mush. And everyone's just eating with their hands. Right. And he was saying, yeah, gross, first of all. And he was saying, and of course you have to eat with your right hand. Like that's like it's culture over there. You're supposed to eat with your right hand. And my brother sitting next to me, and he has an Egyptian friend, and he's like, you know why that is? And I'm like, no, why? Because I don't know if they still do it. I'm sure some of them still do. But in Arab culture, before toilet paper, you'd wipe with your left hand, you eat with your right hand.
Oh,
yeah. So that's a did you know?
I thought Libyans were just predominantly right-handed. I mean, no. I'd be fine. I'm a right-handed. Right-handed guy.
No, and it's not just all Libyans. It's just like all Arabs.
All Arabs.
Oh. Yeah. It's just like I don't know how that started. It's such like a weird like you just know like
Oh, wiping your hand with your, I mean, wiping your ass with your hand. I mean, that's.
I mean, to be fair, like in ancient like Middle East or whatever, like they weren't eating all this like processed foods and shit like us. So I'm guessing their shits weren't as nasty as ours. You know,
Right.
they didn't have buffalo wings, you know, back then. Or like pizza or whatever. Like they're just eating like real basic food groups. So I guess this is not as bad. Yeah, right now I wouldn't want
like, I mean, diarrhea will happen, bacteria will get in
it.
there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what do you do like with your hand afterwards? There's no water. You're in the desert. You just wipe some sand on it.
You just gotta like pull your pants up and like, if it itches, scratch it. It's
I guess. And then they're eating what they're like, and that's the other thing is like, who knows what these people have been doing all day, and they all sit down together and they just like dig in like hand to mouth, like
man's got to eat,
mouth back to hand back to bowl, like it's just like the most disgusting fucking like. Yeah. I can understand if you got like pieces of meat or pieces of vegetables, but this is just like a stew. They're just like shoveling with their hands. It's gross.
Well, gross.
yeah. That's a did you know?
So I have down. Did you know on average that people fart a half a liter a day?
Whoa, no, I didn't. Half a liter. That's
half a liter on average.
Half a liter of gas.
Half liter.
So I'm trying to think. So
about one of the big tubs of Coke you get if you order a large pizza from a local pizza place,
Okay, yeah. Because I'll say you get a 2 liter and you just go with a quarter of that.
It's a 2 liter, yeah. It's a lot of fart. I guess a half of a liter is about. That's just like it's about.
It would be a quarter of the bottle. So
yeah, it's about right.
Yeah, it's still. If you think about everybody farting in the world, how many liters they could fill up? It's a lot of liters.
That took me on a rabbit hole of like, can farts kill you? And like, like apparently they can if there's like certain chemicals that you fart out.
Oh, like how do you fart out those chemicals? Like, do you have to eat the chemicals?
Maybe if you like barely survive carbon monoxide poisoning in your sleep and you wake up and you didn't realize it and you just start farting, you're just like farting out like carbon monoxide. I don't know. I just spit that out.
No, I mean, but because if you fart, it's stuff that's in your body already. So if anything, I don't think the farts are killing you. I think it's whatever you ate that put those chemicals in your body.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe my best guess.
Somebody tried to poison you with cyanide and you just like bodied it and like just farted. You just starts just dropping cyanide farts on the neighborhood.
Oh God, it's deadly. Silent but deadly.
Yo, got him. Yeah, but yeah, half a liter.
Interesting. Did not know that.
Okay.
Did you know that every year you eat 8 spiders in your sleep?
I heard that. I don't like to think about that.
I don't like to
talk too much about spiders in this show.
It's a very heavy spider and Jewish episode.
I don't buy it. I think that's a fucked up one. I think it's on average because there's people who live in like the ground. They don't have houses and like they're all over the third world and they probably have the spiders and they probably have like 500 a year per person and then it just fucks up everything across the globe.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I feel like these scientists like they're not going out and like watching Bushmen sleep and seeing how many spiders crawl in their
There's
mouth.
no way they know that.
so I'm guessing the study's been done on like average like first world humans.
Let's put a spider in this room and see how many times it goes down this guy's throat while he sleeps.
Yes,
times a year.
I don't like thinking about this. Fuck. Imagine waking up in the middle of that.
You wake up with a tarantula just like buried in your mouth. And you're just
like, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. All right. So that brings us to our 5th segment here, which is a Let There Be What's Good. All right. So we both had to break down Timber by Kesha and Pitbull. All-time classic.
Yes.
Classic.
All-time classic.
I'll go first because I love this song. Always have, always will. I just think it needs to be executed, even though it's such a smash hit. Nobody really got, I guess, the point of what you're supposed to do here. Like when something's about to go down, when shit's about like Yankees Red Sox Game 7, shit's about to go down. Scream at the top of your lungs, Timber. You know, like it's about to go down. Timber. That's got to get a roar out of it.
That lets everybody know that shit's about to go down.
Yes,
Timber. Yeah,
yeah.
I've never done it. I've never seen anybody do it, but I kind of wish someone would.
Yeah, I think I might be that guy one day.
I hope you can get to that point in your life.
just be watching like a WWE pay-per-view at like a bar, and all of a sudden like Stone Cold shows up, and I'll just scream Timber. Shit's going down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got.
Okay. Well, so I had a couple things. First of all, I Googled the lyrics, and apparently there were 12 songwriters on this, which is preposterous because there's nothing really said in this song.
Wow.
There's nothing of substance. I mean,
Look up in the sky's burning plane. It's just me and the damn thing changed.
that was what I had written down. So does that mean Pitbull can fly? Is that what we're
Yeah, I guess he's Superman.
Okay, are you Superman?
Or he was Superman, like when he's about to get there, like, nah, damn thing changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Pitbull's an interesting character. I mean, he's like, because it's funny, because like we all make fun of Pitbull up here, but like living in Florida, like he's from Miami, like people down there actually like Pitbull.
Yeah, well,
like,
you know, the Mexicans really like Ricky Martin.
Yeah, I guess it's the whole Cuban vibe or whatever. But like people like people would say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to the Pitbull concert." Like I heard someone say that once. I started laughing.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a fucking joke.
Like what? What's wrong? It's like, wait, like you guys actually like Pitbull? He's like, yeah, man. He makes bangers. I'm just like, no. You realize in the rest of the world, like he's just like a joke. Like he's just like
this song would have been a hit regardless of Pitbull's presence. Kesha is the one who crushed it.
Nothing, and the fact that there's 12 songwriters and his name wasn't on there. He's just a face to like sing this like.
But it's on his album, which is called Global Warming Meltdown. So maybe that's what's going down.
Maybe I don't know.
Timber. It's global warming.
You're knocking all the trees down like the Amazon rainforest. And I have another lyric here. It says, "Stick it in an oil spill. She says she won't, but I bet she will."
Anal.
So he's just going around just sodomizing women, like who say they don't want it. And he's like, nah, she does.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I guess when you're Pitbull and you
double standard like you read about.
We just check your oil real quick.
Let me just check your fucking oil. What does he say? Like, bet you won't like it. Yes, you will.
And she goes, she says she won't, but she will. But I bet she will.
Oof.
She's like, no, I don't do anal. I don't do anal.
As the resident,
like, yes, you do.
Like, dangerous game back there. I say it all the time. Like, if I had the luxury of a vagina that's meant to be fucked, you got to take advantage of it. You know, the pooper is like I said last time when I tried to fuck a dude, when I was about to, he's just like, we better not. I ate like a big meal before.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, gross.
You know what it is with anal though is like, it's kind of like that like forbidden fruit almost.
Yeah,
because it's like when you know you're gonna fuck, like, okay, there's gonna be like P to V penetration going on, but it's like if she doesn't want to give the A, then it's like I want the A because like I know I have the V already, but I don't have the A, and it's right there, it's right next to it, like it's just like
you're talking about pussy and vagina, by the way, folks.
Yeah, if you didn't know what the
P&A.
You didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it is nice. The thing about the butthole too is that it wraps. It's stronger. So there's more friction. There's more to work.
For sure. Yeah, no, and that plays a role in it too, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song, there's, I mean, the whole chorus kind of,
it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better run. You better dance.
I found it kind of contradictory.
You better move. You better dance.
Yeah, it's like it's going down. I'm yelling timber, so that means like something's falling. And
get out of there.
Like, you better move. It's like, no,
run
dance.
away.
It's like, do you want me to run or you
There's
want
no time to dance, Kesha?
Yeah, what do you want me to do here?
Shit's coming down, and then you tell me to move and run, and then dance.
Yeah, and then the next like part of the chorus is like, let's have a night we won't remember, but like you won't I'll be the one you don't forget.
You'll be
it's
the
like,
one I don't forget.
It's like if I'm not gonna remember the night, how am I gonna remember you?
Well,
like, again, contradictions. Like I'm just it's a catchy song.
There are things called brownouts tones where you can remember bits and pieces, and Kesha's being one of the parts of the brown.
All right, yeah, I mean that'd be an interesting brown. I was like, did I see Kesha? Did I meet Kesha last night?
Yeah. And also Pitbull taking shots at Miley Cyrus. A little, well, not shots, but like pretty much being like, I want to have sex with you.
I'm pretty sure this was when she was like going through her like real slutty phase, when she would just be like twerking at her concerts, like
when she was writing songs about World War II.
yeah. Listen, she's a deep artist. There's a lot of thought into
Yeah, I thought you were about to be like, she's a hot piece of ass.
She's a little skinny for me. Not to say I wouldn't. I definitely would. But she like when she was going around twerking, it's like, girl, you got nothing to twerk with.
Yeah.
Like
you prefer like fat women on motorcycles. Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I rather like her ass. Like I remember there was one picture of her like trying to twerk, and her ass just looked like a raw chicken breast. It was just like there was nothing to it. It was just I don't know. But yeah, okay. Timber.
There it is. All right, now we move to our sixth and final segment, which is an Ask a Gay by request.
Yeah. So, is motorboating something that goes on in the gay community?
You suck at this. Like, no,
no, like, you never.
I never have any. I've never like having anybody over who's got like things to motorboat. Not a male boob guy. Well, you bring up male breasts all the time. No, like just I'm not a fat guy.
I'm not even talking about like breasts. I'm talking about like you can motorboat butt cheeks if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
maybe something like that. Or
that's for sure a thing.
Could you motorboat balls? Like, is that
like? Yeah, you probably could.
I'm just you know
you gotta be careful.
I'm sure. I mean, you don't want to be too rough with the balls.
The butt, yeah, like
and the butt, yeah.
The butt is in total motorboat city in pornos. Like I've never had, like yeah. I'm not doing it, and they're not doing it to me because they'd be just looking up shit.
All right, so that wasn't that bad of a question. I mean, you took it literal. Like,
I took it literally like that. What do I do here? And I don't do any of that, but I like to watch it. And yeah, it does happen. You know, okay. Like once they get their tongue in the hole, then they start motorboating around in there. It's a bold move.
Yeah, no, you know, I find it funny that you know, gays and straights aren't too different. You know, we have basically the same fetishes, the same kind of things. It's just that there's different holes involved.
Exactly. You know, we don't have a front door, you know, in our place, you know, unless you like want to fuck with a catheter or something. I don't know. Oof. Yeah. I think that's actually called scoping in the gay porn. If accidentally,
that's a thing.
I've like. Yeah, I know. I hate talking about it, but like sometimes I like search like random like porn category and like it'll just pop up, and I'll just like it's like I'm scoping myself. It's like shoving a rod down your pee hole.
I'm gonna give you an overline. You keep talking about.
All right, some guys like it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Fine. Yeah. We'll talk about. Let's go back to butts. All right.
So shit butts.
Motorboating butts is like a big deal. Yeah. Like,
okay.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. I was just. I don't know. I was just curious about motorboating.
Scoping is a thing too. So you couldn't pay me $1 million to scope.
No. God.
I would rather die of dick cancer than go to a dick doctor and like have to have him go look. Like if he like I've heard like there's like people are like like they found traces of blood in my urine, so they want to check it out, and that's when they have to do it. If I was that guy, I would be like, let's just ride it out and see what happens then, because I ain't doing that.
Isn't that like the whole STD check? Like don't they stick like a cotton swab up there?
I would say there's got to be a different way. Like if that's the case, then I don't want to ever have sex again. Like thank God I can't barely get boners. You know, like
no, I'm pretty sure I've never gotten one, but I'm pretty sure I heard that
a boner.
No, an STD test.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
You're working too hard to get an STD.
I am.
If I get it, you work like that. You work, I don't know, 100 hours a week. How many hours a week?
Yeah. No, I thought I didn't understand what you meant. But yeah, I do.
I'm just like it's 0 to 100 with gays. It's either nothing or AIDS. You know, that's how it's perceived. I don't know, but that's the show. All right, so Tone's going to Florida. I'm just gonna be sitting here on my couch getting ready for Monday Night Football next week. Tones, you got any post show thoughts?
No, I'm
good.
Doing nothing. Like we had a little I guess a little mini hiatus, but once I get back, I'm off like all next week. So we'll be recording. We'll be back on schedule. Don't worry.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
And also for our adrenaline shot, we did the first one as a little test. What we're gonna do with the adrenaline shot, Bomb Squad? It's gonna be bad news. So we'll have a couple of those plugged in. So we're gonna have our bad news in the adrenaline shots now. So until then, Tones, enjoy Florida. Don't watch any scope porn.
I'll try not to. Hopefully it doesn't end up on my computer.
Google.com. Oh God.
I was just looking for mouthwash.
Yeah. All right, Boss Squad. We'll talk to you next time. All right.
I kind of wish that you didn't mention that I was going to Florida, and that's my fault for not saying anything before. It's just because like I've kind of been telling like my cousin and his family like, oh yeah, like once I get vacation, I'm gonna go to Florida. I'm gonna like come see you guys. Like, I'm not. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, because I mean they're in Jacksonville. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. That's like a 3-4 hour drive. Yeah, no. So I mean, he's not gonna be mad.
You can text him and just be like, I'm going to Florida. But I'm gonna be in Fort Lauderdale. So if you wanted to meet up with me and make him drive, he'll be the one who says no.
Yeah. No, and like honestly, my plan originally was to like go to Fort Lauderdale for a couple of days and then go to Florida. But it's like if I go up now, like all of like my little cousins are back in school. Like my godson, he's back in school, and all my cousins and my they're all working and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna come up on a Monday or a Tuesday and just like sit there with my thumb on my ass. Like it's not worth it.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. All right, let's do this bad news.
Get the shot into
the shot.
All right. So welcome to today's adrenaline shot for you. We're going to give you a quick bad news story, and we're going to break it down for you here on TNT Bomb Squad. All right. So this is from 2 weeks ago, Tons, and it still has been unsolved, and it's going to be very concerning once I get to the end of it. So thousands of spiders, scorpions, and more were stolen from Philadelphia Museum of, insects, and then they're calling it an incest heist. Police said it was an inside job, so they're already dubbing it a conspiracy. Whereabouts of some rare insects, lizards, and snakes, including the venomous six-eyed sand spider, remain unknown. Some 7,000 creatures missing in all. 7,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Missing creatures include zebra tarantulas, desert hairy scorpions, and red spot assassin bugs, according to CNN. The New York Times adds this to the list: giant African mantises, tiger hissers, and domino cockroaches also have disappeared. So this was 2 weeks ago. So there's people running around with this.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on a guy? We're put us back in St. Joe's. We're back in Philadelphia, and there's a guy on the loose with 7,000 fucking nuclear insects on the loose.
I mean, Philadelphia should be like a military state right now. Like this should be on lockdown. Like this is big
deal.
Yeah, this is the big deal. This has potential to be a terroristic threat. Because didn't they say the one spider was like the most poisonous spider in the world or something?
Yeah, the zebra one. The six-eyed sand spider.
Yeah.
One. Oof.
Like if someone was able to extract the venom and do something, like I don't know, like that shouldn't be allowed.
That's my main thing here. What is the motive of these guys?
Right.
What is their end game?
That's what I'm saying, because it's not like he stole one or he stole a couple because he wanted them for his personal collection. He stole I think he said he stole basically 90% of the inventory or whatever. Yeah, like which is wild, and I don't know how you even walk out with all that shit. Like
they have them on surveillance. They just walk back to their cars with a couple boxes, nonchalant, load them up, and drive out of there.
But how do you even carry all that shit? Like it's 7,000 fucking species. Like I guess I don't know. I didn't watch the video or whatever. But yeah, it's so they didn't see the guy's face, or they wearing masks, or
I think they were wearing, I can't remember if they were wearing masks, but they were like unidentifiable. I mean, here we are 2 weeks later. If they were, and I mean, like this isn't stolen property. This is stolen like if you have people locked up in your basement and like you want desperate information out of them, this is the number one way to do it. It's just like work your way up the insects that you have. All right, we're going to start with the cockroaches. Okay. And then we're going to work our way up to the goddamn sand spider that's got the most venom of all time. I mean, dying of spider bite venom poison has to be like the worst, horrible thing.
Yeah. It definitely like, I just imagine they bite you and you just like turn purple and just blow up.
Have you ever seen like a blood sample when they drop like venom into it?
Yeah, like the snake, like the snake venom.
It turns into like just a plain old
jelly.
Jelly. Yeah, it's just jelly.
It just like solidifies it. Yeah, it's I mean that's a snake, so I don't know what the spider would do, but still,
probably something similar to that. Yeah,
yeah. It's just very concerning. I'm glad I'm not in Philly anymore. But who knows? Like I'm sure there's like some kind of black market out there for this shit. You know, like someone's just like, I want a fucking 6-eyed sand spider. Like, what are you gonna do with it? I don't know, but I'm gonna have it in case intruders come in. I don't know.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no, this is some like I don't mind snakes. I don't mind lizards. Once you get into tarantulas and scorpions,
would you agree it's automatic red flag for personality for somebody to have a pet tarantula?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm you're a psycho if you have a tarantula. And I've seen people that let them like crawl on them and shit. Like, get the fuck away from me. I can't even watch those videos.
Like people with pet boa constrictors, like
like the giant ones,
the giant snakes,
keep in a bathtub. Yeah.
Well, like people in Florida have them all over the place, and like this spider peoples. Like I think it's just this goes with the big truck little guy stereotype. Like if you have a spider as a pet, you have the smallest penis you could possibly have. You have a tiny dick, no self-confidence, so you feel the need to get like a diesel truck for no reason, even though you have like a cube job. You're not hauling anything. You just want to show up to your cube job in style. And B, like, you know, you got a spider as a pet instead of a dog or a cat. You know, you want to meet my fucking tarantula, Jeff?
Jeff the tarantula.
Like, fuck no. What if that thing fucking escapes?
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not.
What if you're drunk and you fall over and the tank falls over and the glass breaks everywhere? You got a tarantula running around.
It's like in Home Alone, right? Isn't that what happened? Well, he wasn't drunk, but he
purposely let it out and put it on Mark's face.
Right.
But yeah, spiders, I mean, I think we could all collectively agree on as a human race that they are just like the biggest mistake in mutation. It is a mutation, just creation.
Yeah, but they kill other bugs.
Yeah, they kill the insects. So, like, don't you hate flies? Like, I'd rather kill the flies my fucking self. Even if you're daddy long legs, I don't care if you're the most harmless spider of all time. You could be Charlotte, the friendly spider, the one with the web, Charlotte's web. She was a saint. I would have fucking killed her beyond the first paragraph of the first page.
I would have killed and asked questions.
Never been a story.
Yeah. It's I don't know. You know, they actually say daddy long legs actually have like really strong venom, but like their fangs aren't strong enough to like pierce our skin, so like we're good.
Didn't know that. Thanks for telling me, because that sucks.
So just don't like eat one and you should be good.
Yeah, well, I demolish them anytime I see them, even if they're just sitting there in like a little web in the corner of my bathroom. I'll just like kind of slowly approach it and just demolish it and then celebrate with myself.
Yeah,
get out of there.
You know, it's funny you were talking about the boa constrictors and the people in Florida. There's actually there was a couple people, I guess, like, you know, maybe 20, 30 years ago that had these like boa constrictors, and I guess like they got out or they let them go or whatever into the wilderness, like into like the swamp, and they don't have any natural predators there, so they're kind of like taken over.
Oh,
like this, it's like a problem like in Florida, like in like real animal. Like Florida is like a weird place. Like if you go,
everybody knows that.
Well, I know it's weird, but I'm saying like the way it's set up is like all along the coast is all the nice shit. That's like where all like the towns are, and like all the main streets, all that, like all the busy stuff is on the coast. And then as you go farther, side, well, on both coasts, it's kind of the same thing. And then as you go inland, it's more and more secluded, and then at some point you're basically just like in a giant swamp.
Yeah.
Like, you ever heard of Alligator Alley?
No, but I could imagine it.
There's a highway that goes from the East Coast to the West Coast, and there's just nothing in the middle except for this highway. Like, and they say, like, if you break down, don't get out of your car.
Yeah.
There's a good chance there's alligators will eat you.
Yeah. All the golf courses have alligators just casually in their fairways, too.
These things are like dinosaurs, too. They're huge.
Huge. They're huge. Massive.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, they just kind of like lay there in the sun like big fat lazy bastards. But you fuck around with one, they will fuck you up.
Yeah, these things are like I mean, I don't know if I ever showed you this, but I have a picture actually. Shout out again, cousin J Mac. There's a place called the Alligator Farm, and by St. Augustine, northern Florida.
Northern Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, by Jacksonville. But there's actually, I don't know, like looking back, it was crazy that I did this, but they have like a big pit in the middle with all of them, and you could pay to go in there and take a picture with them.
With the gators?
Yeah, so we went in. There's a picture of us, both of us standing next to like a 13-foot gator. This thing was fucking huge.
I'll tell you what, that's a bad idea.
It was. Okay. What we got out of it, it was funny. He went in and he had like his son was like 2 or 3 at the time, and his son was just hysterically crying because he thought his dad was going to get eaten by an alligator.
Yeah. He's a smart kid, okay? But anyway, there's this guy out there with 7,000 fucking poisonous insects running around Philadelphia. That's relatively close to both of us, so we're not exactly out of the woods. Not like we're in Alaska here.
Yeah, and again, like if there's some kind of black market terrorist looking for a 6-eyed sand snake or sand
spider, if you just like piss him off in a case of road rage, he'll just follow you home and drop off a fucking wolf spider on your front door and just like let it run around. I mean, I couldn't imagine anything worse to wake up to in my life. I mean, I'd rather wake up to a murderer with a fucking chainsaw than a goddamn venomous spider. Like,
yeah, at least I could fight off the murderer.
Nah, like I would just let that happen. That's fine. Like, cut me up with the chainsaw, it's cool. But like spider, like I don't know if it's gonna jump at me. I don't know if I don't know how to deal with this. And like if they're quick when they want to be, and they'll just sit in the wall. And if you kind of get close to it, they kind of skimmer, and you're just like, ah!
It's just not natural how they move. It's just not.
It's terrifying. And we have fucking scientists out there and fucking wherever trying to teach them how to jump on command. Like this world is going in the wrong direction. And it's terrifying. And now we have 7,000 venomous insects just out and about. It's not good. And reptiles are part of that guy's arsenal as well, by the way.
Now, hold on. Here's the real question. Why in God's name would they put so many venomous insects, poisonous insects in one fucking place?
It was an insectarium.
Who did, why?
I don't know why, Tones. I've never heard of one until this happened.
Neither did I.
I was in Philadelphia for 4 years. I never heard of the insectarium. You know,
no, I hadn't either. It's just like it just seems like a bad idea.
And now we have an insectarium heist.
I actually forgot about this until like right now. But one time I went into a pet store when I was, I don't know, maybe in high school at the time, and I guess they were trying to feed the lizards, and you feed them like crickets and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I guess they dropped the crickets because I was walking out, and there was just like a plague of crickets coming up the aisle. And I was just like, nope, turned right back around and just walked out. It was just crickets everywhere.
Hippies who worked at that store probably like, relax, it's just crickets. I was like, have you seen how high they jump? You seen how sporadic their movements are? Fuck that shit. They're gross. I hate crickets. No, crickets are right up there with me.
Like, I got right the fuck out of there. Now, what if that happens in the insectarium? What if they just like drop the box like, whoa, and then like just fucking 6-eyed sand snakes everywhere?
I don't know. I don't know why it exists. I can't believe it got robbed. And now they're just running around with what is it again? It is a zebra tarantula, a desert hairy scorpion, several of the scorpions, and red spot assassin bugs. And also, what was the other one? The 6-eyed sand spider.
Yeah,
6-eyed sand spider is definitely just like the Goliath. Like that's like the diamond. That's the.
I saw the picture of it, and it was just like that was the picture was like the main article was like the main picture was that spider.
That thing was a fascinating
terrifying
to read about. Yeah, they don't need to eat, so they live forever basically, and like Jesus. They just know how to like live in the sand, and like when there is prey, they just kill the fuck out of it and bring it down to the sand.
So it's almost like they just kill for sport if they don't need to eat.
Yeah, that's it. They only have to eat like I think it was like twice a year or something like that, and they just like stay put. But like, if you were to like put that in a guy's face that you're like, trying to interrogate, that thing's gonna bite you right in the face. You're gonna die, dead.
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just when you thought Bin Laden was dead, another asshole just rises from the graves and steals a whole bunch of insects that are poisonous from the Philadelphia Insectarium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have a name for this guy yet? Are we like I think we should call him like the Spider-Man.
No, because the Spider-Man man good. We can call him Jim.
No, the Tarantula Rancher.
The Tarantula Rancher.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll workshop it.
We'll
Go
workshop
with Jim the Tarantula
Jim
Rancher
for now.
All right. That's your adrenaline shot. How long did that go for?
It was about 12, 15 minutes.
All right. Yeah.
Nice
little shot of insulin.
Yeah.
You diabetics out there. All right. Let's get out of here. See ya.